Hi, kiddos. Hi, Moses. Where's your birthday lady? Where's that birthday lady? Oh, there's the birthday lady. Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue here in Tampa, Florida. And we're gonna start our morning with our birthday girl, Miss Bailey Bobcat. She turns 18 years old today. And Moses is here too. Momo, you got something special for your lady today? He's like, well, I'm trying to see if she left any food behind for me in her feeding walkout. Moses and Bailey just ate breakfast, and their breakfast included their quarterly flea medication. We use Bravecto quarterly here at Big Cat Rescue. And sad for Bailey, it fell on her birthday. But not sad for Bailey, because that usually means they get extra food, because these cats are so smart when it comes to flea medication that it takes special keepers, and we basically bring out an entire cartload of every type of meat that we have available. And every time they spit the pill out, we have to collect it, restuff it in something new, and try again until they've eaten all of it.
On property?
And so Mark, my husband, is the one on this route, and he did Moses and Bailey's med this morning and said they both took it. So I came over to try to get some footage of our birthday girl. 18 years old, my goodness. That is crazy to me. I don't know if I can find her in a better spot. Nope, I think the spot I had was the spot I was gonna get. Well, thank you guys to everybody who's sharing this. So apparently we're doing half of the cats this Thursday, and the other half will get theirs next Thursday. So only this front half is getting Bravecto, and a couple of the big cats, and then next week they'll do the other half. So not everyone has a secret special diet today. Oh, and she is totally gone. Where did she go? Where'd Moses go? Oh, there she is. Like right now I'm just showing you guys grass. There are bobcats though, I swear. Here's a Moses. There goes a Moses. There's our Bailey. So Bailey is 18. Moses just recently turned 20. So we'll try to watch Bailey on her morning routine if she'll let me. Hi, sweetheart. Moses and Bailey are two of our very shy, elusive cats that you guys don't always get to see. And if you don't get out here during feeding time, you usually won't see them again until late evening. And as you can see, even when they are awake and out, it can be really hard to keep up with them. I would love it if you guys wanted to go sponsor Bailey for her birthday, or tomorrow is Moses's 20th rescue anniversary. You guys can do that at bigcatrescue.biz. Go to the Bobcat sponsorships. I know also we just received the updated sponsorship list, so I'm sure Deb can tell you guys the names of the top 5 or 6 of the least sponsored. I'm sure it's blowing Deb's mind because one of them is Priya. So here's our birthday girl. For some reason, my comments have stopped, so thank you to everybody who's helping each other out in the comments. And thank you if anybody has donated or if anybody's planning on going and sponsoring Bailey or Moses for his anniversary tomorrow. And good morning to you all. Again, I'm so sorry my comments are not changing. So I'm stuck on Deb saying she loves the overhead tunnels. That's the last comment I saw. So there's a lot of different levels to our sponsorship kits. The lowest level is the $25 all the way up to $5,000, and each of them come with different benefits and can explain to you what your donation covers. And it's just, obviously, it covers you for a year. Obviously, $25 versus $5,000 is going to be a totally different amount of things that it gets the cats, but all of it is precious to us, so thank you very much. Miss Bailey. If you times the cat's age by 6, that's roughly what they are in human years. So Bailey is definitely considered to be elderly now. She's still one of our most Spitfire cats. She is very fierce. She absolutely hates the operant stick. So people that work with her for operant conditioning have to do it in a totally different way, kind of similar to Cyrus. When they're just too aggressive with the stick, you have to do things like, you know, using the tongs or just tossing pieces in. So I get emails every single month from people saying, you know, who's the least sponsored cat on property and things like that. So yes, at this point in time, Priya has the least amount of regular reoccurring sponsors. So you'll have to, if you do sponsor a cat, you have to, you know, renew it every year. So just keep in mind when you have sponsored them, and then you can do a new one each year. In the wild, bobcats usually live between 10 to 14 years. And I now say 14 just because if you guys remember last year when Victor, Jamie, and I went and rescued a cat that we named Allie from an alligator in a retention pond, when we brought her back and examined her, Dr. Justin thought she was close to around 14, which would be extremely old in the wild. So between 10 and 14. But in captivity, clearly they get medical care, dental care, they're fed a proper diet, they won't get injured trying to hunt or catch prey, because sometimes the prey fights back, and then that can lead to infections and diseases and issues like that. So while we don't love having these cats in cages for their whole life, at least when they're at an accredited sanctuary like Big Cat Rescue here, they get all the proper care that's in your sponsorships. Here's Moses again. What'd you find? Did you guys stash something? Moses found something extra. So, thank you guys for being patient this week with not a lot of lives. Of course, today is my Friday, so I am hoping that we'll be doing a feeding tour this Sunday. I have not heard back yet from the guide to 100% confirm it though. So worst case scenario, if we don't end up being able to do a virtual feeding tour this Sunday, then I'll try to at least still do a little walkabout for you guys. I'm covering a lot of med shifts this month, so last Sunday I did AM meds. This Sunday I'm doing PM meds. The next Sunday I'm back to AM meds. So So if you guys have just now joined in, we've really only been hanging out with Moses and Bailey, and that's because we don't ever get FaceTime with these two. This is Moses. Today is Bailey's 18th birthday. Moses just had his 20th birthday, and then tomorrow he celebrates his 20th rescue anniversary. He's debating on whether he's gonna go see what Bailey's doing or not. Bailey is still up there grooming. So today is flea med day for a handful of the cats, and the next week will be everybody else. Hi, Miss Bales. Look at that sweet face. I think you have one of the sweetest faces. You're just little grouchies. Just a little grouchies. The other thing I always find so interesting when we get our report each month about our sponsorship kits is who has the most. And unanimously, again, holding strong for like 5 months in a row now, still our most sponsored cats, which just makes my heart sore, is Jinx and Aria. And while I never want you guys to forget about all of our littles, I'm very thankful that you guys care so much about these cats. Cats that have a story like Aria. It's just so important that we keep raising those cats up. Here's a Gilly. Did you eat your medicine? Did you eat your medicine already? Hi, sir. Mr. Gilligan. Oh, my word. Woo! 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 Love you, sir. I haven't seen you in so many days. We didn't even bother to drive across the bridges on Tuesday or Wednesday. Just feeling kind of up and down. Yeah, but I couldn't stand the thought of not coming today. Such a good boy. This is Gilligan. Gilligan's a Canada Lynx. Hi, good boy. Hi, good boy. Starting to get his summer body. Right? Slimming down. Gilligan lives here in Tampa, Florida, but he is native to Canada, so that huge rock wall that you see, it's actually triple-sided. There's multiple ways that they can enter, and that whole area back there is air-conditioned for him if he wants it to be. He doesn't have to go in if he doesn't want to, though. Did you get your breakfast? And you were a good boy about it, I assume? And flop. Guess this is where he's hanging. All right, that's where we're hanging. Maybe you're still waiting. On a day like today, they feed the cats in such a different way than normal. It's hard for me to tell. You coming to Gilly? Oh, I don't know. I didn't walk over there. He was just chilling over here, so I... Is that what you put it in? He didn't. He's too smart.
Gilligan and Sheena are my nemesis.
Frankie says he'll take it. You better go. You better not give him hard time. So apparently he did not take his flea medication. So now Mark has to collect it and retry it. You better go see what he's doing. He's coming. At least he's still interested. Chicks are his favorite treat. Marie is doing smalls. She's another very difficult one. Very, very difficult. So I really don't want to... Here's what we'll do. I'm gonna go get back on my cart. Let's head out towards the cats that are not getting flea medication because it will be less of a distraction. We can let these guys do their jobs. Flea med day is a tough day. There's a beacher. There's a beach boy. You were already a good boy, or you wouldn't be over here eating your tree. So I apologize, guys. I am still not seeing comments, and I'm still not seeing any kind of donations. So I'm just kind of walking around blind talking to myself. This is Beecher. He's a Savannah cat, enjoying his morning vegetables. Did you say center cats are not?
Like half a center. We're not doing the flea treatment for them this week, but next week we're going to do that.
Okay.
And there's a handful of big cats that are getting their
I think I'm going to go to Kali because I saw them feeding Kali and Simba. So that, like the other keepers. So, okay. So I'm going to go to them. I just don't want to keep distracting everybody. It's a hard enough job. Did he get the other? No.
I'm basically going to have to repackage his whole flea treatment bill.
Oh, okay.
Someone put it in the ground for feet.
And she wasn't into it.
Oh, she's pissed around. Probably was there.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, perfection will straight eat anything. All right, so we're gonna leave Lauren and Mark to do this in peace. I'm gonna head up to like Kali and Simba because I already saw them eating their full breakfast. So basically how flea treatment works is you have to cut the piece, like the tablets, into multiple small pieces and then package them into meat that you think the cat will eat. And you can pick the thing that they love the most, and as soon as they figure out that there's a pill in it, they're like, no thank you, and they drag it through their teeth and then they spit out the pills. And so then you have to recollect the pills, and then you have to repackage it in something else you think they're gonna like, and then they do the same thing to you. And then sometimes it matters on the keeper. Sometimes a keeper that never ever feeds them can get them to take the pill versus their favorite keeper, or vice versa. So it's quite the show of patience and theatrics. So I already know Simba and Kali have gotten breakfast, so I can't distract them from the important thing they're doing. Simba's already tucked away. Oh, maybe just driving over here I ended up, now I can kind of see some of the comments. So here's Simba. Yeah, my husband and I don't get a lot of time out here together anymore. When we first started as red shirts, red and yellow, we volunteered on the exact same day. And now, because I'm here 5 days a week and he's out here 1 day a week, usually he's volunteering and I'm working. So unfortunately, we don't get to do a lot of that anymore. But now that we're doing buddy systems for like operant conditioning and enrichment and things like that, I will usually try to come out and be his buddy when he does operant and things. it's kind of rainy and dreary. That's the other reason I didn't want to get too far away from my cart, because we actually have rain chances today. I don't know if we'll actually be lucky enough to get it, but sure would be nice to calm down some of this dust and pollen. Yeah, if we try to crush the pills, they will straight refuse it. It has to stay in pill form. Sometimes we actually cut the pill into little strips and then put them into clear capsules to try to diffuse the smell or the taste of it. But these cats are so smart. Like, they just know. Let's go see Kali as well while we're over here. Kali's still in her feeding lockout, so she's really just wrapping up. We do not do any fasting at all for flea medication. So they ate normally yesterday. Today we just try all throughout the day to get them to eat. What you doing, babe? Still eating? This is Kali. And then tomorrow they're back to their normal diets. If they refuse it today, we'll try again next week. Just trying to get every last bone. We only fast the cats for panicure, which just happened last month, or if they're going to be seeing the vet for a sedation medical exam, which we avoid at all costs if possible. Why is that one shard of a bone so important to you? So Kali is only in her feeding lockout. She has a huge enclosure that is many, many sections, lots of dens, lots of pools, all that good stuff. But this is where she eats. I made a very informative post yesterday on our Instagram explaining what lockouts are, and I hope that when you guys see posts like that, that those are the types of posts that you're sharing. I know it's really, awesome to share beautiful photos of your favorite cats with like a cute little caption, but the really educational posts are, to me, the most important, especially on a platform like Instagram, where we have to fight against so many people that have these big egos that are posting all of these selfies with wild animals. Do you not like that piece of fish? She's like, I don't know about this. She's not into it. Yeah, that's a weird taste, isn't it? She's like, I'm a tiger, I don't eat fish. So I have no idea what the rest of her diet looked like. She gets about between 12 and 15 pounds of food. But what looks like hamburger is what we call mush. You can get a drink of water, or are you going back for more? Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, pretty girl. Drinking the water or finishing the food? She can't decide. So mush is what looks like hamburger, kind of ground up. Oh, I don't think it'll show me. And that is really, really healthy. We always, yes, we always joke and say that's your vegetables. You need to eat your vegetables. Because in the wild, they would consume the whole animal. So they would get intestinal meat, muscle, bone, all the various things, all the roughage, which they are designed to eat. Hi, honey. Ooh. I know. Best chef on property. Best chef on property. She's like, maybe I will go back in. Or I'll lay here and guard it. She doesn't want it, but she doesn't want anyone to take it. So Miss Kali is 20 years old. She will be 21 in June. She is the best girl. I'm a little partial. I know also that the ops managers went around because between winter and summer, the cats will lose all of their winter fur, and that's when we can really get a really good gauge on their body condition. And so a lot of diets have been upped. Nobody's actually got reduced. But sometimes the cats just don't want it when it's this hot and humid, so they'll leave some behind. I know Miss Nikita, I like to keep you guys informed of anything I see going on, and Miss Nikita Lion has started leaving some food pretty regularly now. So she'll eat, you know, a little bit in her lockout, and then she'll just kind of leave and go lay down. Sometimes she'll let us like stick feed her the rest, and other times she's just not interested. So that is a very unique and different change for her. So we're obviously keeping a very close eye on Nick. She's 20, a 20-year-old lion with pretty severe arthritis. So I have been watching her chart very closely. You guys can watch her on her camera 24/7 at bigcatcams.com. Well, let's see who else might still be out in this area. Thank you again, everybody helping out in comments. It's interesting. It's like they might freeze when my cell connection gets a little low, and then if I move to a totally different area of the sanctuary, sometimes they pop back up. But right now, I'm still not seeing anything. So my trust is in you guys out there in the comment world. So what'll happen is the keepers come back around after they've put all the food down. They'll continue on their route, and then they will come back through, and anything that is left on a plate, like Kali did, they'll collect it so that they can log it and measure it. So that's her keepers being like, are you gonna pick it up? She was not impressed with the fish or whatever that was left on the plate. Yeah, she hated it. It was fish. And here's our Kimba baby. Hi, sir. Hi, handsome. Hi, sweet boy. Kimba. Oh, bless you. So you can see that Kimba has one of the new cameras. You can also find that camera at bigcatcams.com. See where he's gonna slink off to. Maybe he'll come back this way. I know that we're working on tiger pools again. There's an area where the enclosure where Jasmine used to be, and then we shifted her down. We have been expanding doorways, making platforms larger, making lockouts larger, to move a tiger over and connect it to the cage beside the one Jasmine was in, and then we noticed the pool was leaking everywhere. So, and actually you can see that they removed a really tall, small platform that was over here, and they're still working on cutting open doorways and tunnels and things like that to make it more accessible for a tiger to be in there. Because it was, when I first started 6 years ago, it was caracals, and then it became cougars, and then it went back to caracals, and now they are in a new section. So that means that we can utilize that space by connecting it to the one next door and giving even more space to a very lucky tiger hopefully that'll happen in the next couple of days. So I'm not gonna walk over just because I don't want her to think that I brought her more food or anything, but Nikki is right over there. Knick-knack, because she'll want me to open her door and I can't. She has to stay in her roof section for cleaning, and then she goes back out after cleaning. But again, you can find all of Nikita's cameras at bigcatcams.com. I know in the staff meeting, Randall said his big project right now is getting this camera up over here for Manny. So there will be a camera right here watching Mr. Manny, who's probably already in his den now. I'd like us to see Max Tiger. I think he's up on his platform. So that's always a good view of him. They have been cleaning these sections, like getting them all raked and scrubbing out pools and all of that fun stuff, so. And the way that they do that is this awesome metal comb that's right here. You can see that there's a comb with a lock on it. That way they cannot accidentally open a door and then him have access to a section that they're working in. And then there is also a big red pole there, and that's your other universal sign that you should not be opening that door. Hi, sir. Hi, most handsome. This is Max. Max Tiger. So again, thank you guys for joining me this morning. Hi, Maxie. I am very sorry. I have no capability of seeing anything you guys are saying right now, and I also don't have any way to see or thank you for donations. So I will just go ahead and say thank you very much to anybody who has donated, and thank you to all of my comment keepers, for everybody who's answering questions for me. I have no idea. We got yet another response from Facebook yesterday that just says they're still looking into our issues. So I just don't know. But let's not worry about that. Let's just take this Zen moment here with Maxie. Oh, Maxie Moo. Sleepy boy. So handsome. Max Tiger, Kimba Tiger, and Simba Tiger. We've actually seen all three of them now this morning. And they were our most recent rescue. We haven't brought in a new cat since 2019. But they were our last big rescue in November of 2019. And they were rescued from Guatemala, where the circus industry finally banned entertainment using animals like that, and ADI went in and found one of the last circuses that was still hiding their animals. So they are still learning to trust and still learning to find love with their keepers. This is pretty much his favorite spot. Just taking a zen moment. It's Thursday, I'm sure we could all use it. Go figure, my comments just started up again. Yeah, poor Max, Simba, and Kimba all basically grew up in the circus life, so a lot of abuse and neglect and beating them into submission. They were raised in enclosures that are about the size of a queen-size mattress. So it has taken a lot for us to earn their trust. Thank you, Karen. You're right. At this moment in time, our biggest concentration here at Big Cat Rescue is to end the breeding and end the private ownership. We don't believe that these cats belong in cages, and once they're born into a cage, they have to spend the rest of their lives there. You can't just set them free. They're not native to the United States. They shouldn't be bred here just so people can get their pictures with them for 12 weeks of their life and then be discarded into God knows what kind of environment. We all just saw this past week the ridiculous story out of Houston, and that kind of stuff could be avoided if our representatives would just vote in the Big Cat Public Safety Act and help us end the breeding and end the private ownership. We wouldn't have these cats languish in cages for over 20 years. These cats can live into their 20s in captivity. That's a huge expense. It's just something that we all have to get our minds wrapped around, that these guys are not pets. They don't need to be in your photo. You know, work really hard on a safari, you know, and support another economy. Like, you don't need to pay somebody in a parking lot or a mall or a one-day circus. It's just, you're only thinking about yourself in those situations. You've got to think about, where are these animals going after I take this photo with them? So please make the call of the wild. You can go to bigcatact.com, and it is one of the easiest things you can do that actually really matters in helping these cats. All right, Maxie, I'm gonna let you relax. You know, there's so many people that claim they love these animals so much, but then they don't even do one of the most simple things you can do to protect them. And for us, that is to end the captive breeding and to end using them in entertainment. We've got amazing technology nowadays. There's zero reason for these poor animals to have to live their entire lives in cages. We can put an end to that. So wake up, people. Go do some research. Share this kind of stuff with your friends and family. And keep checking back in here with our lives. Find us on YouTube. Find us on Instagram. And if you want to rewatch any of these, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of videos now on dailybigcat.com. And if you don't fully understand what I mean when I'm talking about cub petting being one of the worst possible things that causes the most damage for these cats, you know, please please go check out cubtruth.com and just do some educating for yourself and for the people you know. Things like what happened in Houston this week just should not be happening, and unfortunately it took a ridiculous show like Tiger King to come out and kind of wake people up. Now we just need them to wake up to the right things. Right, Maxie? Right. That's a face. Well, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great weekend. Weather permitting, and whether or not I have a tour guide, I hopefully will see you guys on Sunday morning. And hopefully next week we'll be back to normal. I fully vaccinated now, getting through it. I can't tell whether I'm hot or cold, but I'm here. All right, guys, take care. We're gonna let Maxie get his all-day nap in. Have a good one, everybody.